What is the units digit of 2022 to the power of 2023 plus 2023 to the power of 2022? If we divide any number by 10, remainder is the units digit. So this question is a modular arithmetic question. We have to find this sum is congruent to what? Mod 10. To find that, we have to split this sum into two numbers. Let's start with 2022 to the power of 2023 is congruent to what? Mod 10. And the second part, we have to calculate 2023 to the power of 2022 congruent to what? Mod 10. And after that, we can add the two remainders and find the units digit of the sum. Let's start with the first. And if we divide, starting with 2022 is congruent to, if we divide by 10 congruent to 2, then 2022 to the power of 2023 is congruent to 2 to the power of 2023 mod 10. And now we have to find the powers of 2. 2 to the first power congruent to 2 mod 10. 2 squared is 4. 2 cubed is 8. 2 to the fourth is 16, which is when we divide by, actually we should write here the remainder. When we divide by 10, remainder is 6. And if we continue finding the other powers, 2 to the power of 5, 32, if we divide by 10, the remainder is 2. 2 to the power of 6, which is 64. If we divide by 10, the remainder is 4. 2 to the power of 7 is 128. Divide by 10, remainder is 8. 2 to the power of 8 is 256. Divide by 10, remainder is 6. We see that this cycle is going 2, 4, 8, 6, 4 powers of 2. Then we divide by 10. The remainders are in that cycle we are going. And let's divide. We have 2023, 2 to the power of 2023. And if we divide by 4, and this 505, remainder is 3. This cycle will go on 505 times, and remainder is 3. Then we can say the remainder is 3. 2 to the power of 2023 is congruent to 2 cubed mod 10. And 2 cubed is 8. So this one is congruent to 8. And we can say that 2022 to the power of 2023 also congruent to 8 mod 10. And let's calculate the second part, 2023 to the power of 2022, congruent to what? Mod 10. And start with, again, 2023. When we divide by 10, remainder is 3. Then we can raise both sides to the power of 2022. So 2023 to the power of 22. 2022 is congruent to 3 to the power of 2022. Now we have to look at the powers of 3. 3 to the first power congruent to 3, mod 10. 3 squared is congruent to 3 times 3 is 9, mod 10. 3 cubed is 27, which is congruent to 7, mod 10. And 3 to the power of 4 is congruent to, which is 81. We can also use the remainders. 3 cubed times 3 to the first is 3 to the fourth. And then 7 times 3 is 21. If we divide by 10, remainder is 1, mod 10. And if we reach 1, we can, after that, we can use power of power, 3 to the power of 4 to the power of 500. 4 times 500, 2000. Congruent to 1 to the power of 500. And since powers of 1 is 1, then we can say 3 to the power of 2000 is congruent to 1 mod 10. We need 3 to the power of 2022. So we have to multiply both sides by 3 squared. So 3 to the power of 2022 is congruent to 3 squared, which is 9 mod 10. And that implies 3 to the 23 to the power of 2022 congruent to 9 mod 10. Now, the question is the sum of these two numbers, if we add the remainders, which is 2022 to the power of 2023 plus 2023 to the power of 2022, if we add the remainders, 8 plus 9 is 17. So when we divide by 10, remainder is 7. So the answer is option A.